All right, so how many of you have built a social contract before? Several of you. All right, so that's going to make this process really easy because you guys already have the experience and the knowledge. Before we get started, we're going to talk about the difference between social contract and rules, okay? There's three main differences between a social contract and rules. Social contract is an explicit agreement among participants. Rules are imposed upon participants, okay? A social contract is developed by the participants, so you and I are going to build our social contract today. Rules are given to you by the school. And a social contract exists in the hearts and minds of the participants and on the classroom wall once we build it. Rules exist only on the wall. So all of us, the very first day we stepped foot into West Ashley High School, we had a set of rules that we were told we had to follow. Students have a dress code, teachers have a dress code. And we're expected to follow that dress code. If we choose not to follow the dress code, what happens?
Fired.
A fight?
No, fired. You get fired.
Oh, teachers could get fired, yes. Okay, if we are found to be breaking the dress code often enough, we could get fired. Students can get a referral, okay? So when we don't follow the rules, there are consequences. Did we have any say in what those rules were? No. Were you asked at any time, what would you like the dress code at West Ashley High School to look like? No. No. And I was never asked what I would like the dress code of teachers to look like. But we are still expected to follow that dress code no matter what, correct? All right. A social contract differs in that you and I get to say what kind of behaviors we want to see in the classroom. What kind of behaviors can we say, you know what, I think I can try to do that. And that's what we're going to do today. So what are some other rules at West Ashley High School besides dress code? They could be teacher rules or student rules. Caitlin? Wear an ID. Okay? Teachers have to wear an ID. Students have to wear an ID. It's a safety requirement. Okay? A lot of other professions are told that they have to wear IDs as well. What other kind of rules are there?
No bathroom till like 15 minutes.
Okay, so there's rules governing when you can and cannot go to the restroom. Okay, the first 15, last 15 minutes of the class, that's a school rule. Can teachers add on to that?
No. Yes.
Do I let y'all go to the restroom when I'm giving instruction?
No.
Or taking notes? No, that's not a school rule necessarily, it's a Miss Stewart rule. Okay? And other teachers may have other different rules that they use in their classroom. What are some behaviors that we would like to see happen in the classroom? Some behaviors. Quiet when the teacher's talking. Is it just the teacher, or do you want me to be quiet and the rest of the class to be quiet while you're talking as well? Okay, so this behavior is both a teacher and a student behavior. We want people to be quiet and listening to us when we're talking. What other kind of behaviors do we want to see?
Respect the teacher in the classroom.
Respect for everybody in the classroom. Okay, good. Any other behaviors that we would like?
No fighting.
No fighting, absolutely. Fighting's just a waste of time. Hola. Thank you, guapo. Thank you. Thank you, guys. My door is getting very decorated. Okay? So fighting just creates unnecessary paperwork, and then you have a school vacation, and then you have to go to the board, and it's just complicated. So just don't fight. All right? Any other behaviors that you can think of off the top of your head that you'd like to see in class?
The golden rule.
Golden rule. What's that golden rule, Logan?
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you want to be treated nicely and kindly and with respect, that means that you need to try to always treat others nicely, kindly, and with respect. And you can't control how other people behave. The only person you can control is yourself. So even if the other people are rude and nasty and mean, you can't control that. You can't fix that. All you can do is control how you behave. So as long as you are being nice and kind and respectful, eventually other people will start to be nice and kind and respectful back at you. And if they're not, then those aren't the people that you want to be around. All right. So we talked about respect. That came up a couple of different times just a little bit ago. So we need to talk about what respect is and what respect isn't. So what are some behaviors that respect is not?
Like cussing in class.
Cussing in class, teacher or the student. That's not very respectful. What other kind of behaviors are not respectful? Logan.
Talking with someone else's.
Talking when someone else is. Anything else that is not respectful behavior?
Shouting at each other.
Shouting at each other. Absolutely. Any other non-respectful behaviors? Throwing stuff at each other. What about touching something that's not yours? Okay? Abby's not going to be very happy if I come up and I just start helping myself to her Skittles. She may not say anything because I'm the teacher, but that's still not appropriate behavior. Okay? Even if I am the teacher. What would be a more respectful way? Ask. Abby, you mind if I have some Skittles? You can say no, it's okay. All right. So what kind of behaviors are respectful? We can basically just say the opposite of what we said they aren't. Asking for something as opposed to just taking.
Being quiet when someone's talking.
Being quiet when somebody else is talking so that hopefully they'll be quiet when you talk. What else?
Talking to each other at like a normal.
Right, using a normal tone of voice. Okay, not speaking so softly that we can't hear you and we have to ask you to repeat yourself 8 times, but not also shouting at someone. Logan?
Paying attention.
Paying attention, absolutely. How many of you get frustrated when you have to repeat yourself because your friend's not paying attention to what you're saying? Okay, teachers get frustrated the same way. Okay? All right. So, we're going to be building our social contract. And when we do that, we're going to be in small groups. We're going to split you all up. And you're going to be answering 4 questions. When we answer those 4 questions, I'm asking for 5 to 6 action words. And you need to be prepared for me to ask you a little bit more about that word. I may ask you, well, how can I see that in the classroom? So I may need an example. And this can be a group effort. It can be a class effort. But we want to make sure that we understand the behaviors that we're going to add to our social contract because we're going to agree to try to follow these behaviors. And if you don't understand something, you still want to make sure that if you don't understand something, you're still going to be asked to follow that behavior, but you may not do it well if you don't understand what it is it's asking. Does that make sense?
What do you mean by action word?
Action word. So what's an action?
Running.
Running. Jumping.
Okay.
It's something you do, right? So an action word has to be something that you do. Okay? All right. We're going to get into 6 groups. So I'm going to have everybody count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to separate into our small groups. You will not need anything except 1 sheet of paper for the group and then 1 writing implement. Okay? Start over here. Ephraim.
4, 6, 1,
2,
5,
3, 1, 2,
3, 4,
5,
6, 2, 3.
Abby.
4, 5.
Okay. Let's have my 1s be right here. We're going to have my 2s be right there in the back corner there. We're going to have my 3s right here in the middle. My 4s are going to go in this corner over here. My 5s are going to be up here. And let's have my 6s come up here by my desk. You're going to need to move your desk so that you can see and hear the people in your group. You need 1 sheet of paper for your group and 1 writing implement for your group. All right, we have 5 jobs. Each person in your group needs to have 1 job. If you are the affirmer, you are also going to be the task manager. Task manager is someone who is just making sure that everybody is doing the job that they're assigned to do. And the affirmer, which is also going to be the task manager, this is the person who just kind of keeps your group staying positive. If someone makes a good suggestion, let them know that it's a good suggestion. Okay? Gentlemen, are we okay?
That's like my daily goal.
Okay, let's have a seat. Parker, if you want to grab my desk chair, you can slide it on up. We need a scribe. That's the person that's going to write down your group's ideas. You need a timekeeper. The timekeeper may have your phone out. You get 2 minutes for each question. I also will be helping the timekeeper stay on task. And then we need a spokesperson. This is the person that's going to read your group's list to the entire class. Okay? So you have 15 seconds to decide who's going to be what task. The spokesperson, the timekeeper, the scribe, or the affirmer and task manager. 10 seconds.
That means you keep the time you have
5 seconds. Chase.
Exactly. And she is the second.
All right. If you are the spokesperson for your group, please raise your hand. Awesome. Who's my spokesperson back there? Okay. Who is my timekeeper for each group? My corner group. You can't be the spokesperson and the timekeeper. Everybody has to have a task. Awesome. Thank you, Steve. Who's my scribe? Good job.
Oh, shoot.
Thank you. And my affirmer / task managers. Okay. Awesome. So here is our first question. How do you want to be treated by the teacher? How do you want to be treated by the teacher? 2 minutes.
Do we have to write down the question?
No, you do not have to write down the question.
We're finished, guys.
Awesome. All right. Clase. Here's how we're going to share. The very first group to go is obviously going to start off our list. Okay, and they're going to read their entire list. And we'll add their words to our contract. Each group after that, you're going to read your entire list to us. Then you're going to tell me what words are exactly the same as what we already have on our contract. If we have any that are exactly the same, we're going to put a check next to them to show that we like that word. The next one is we're going to see any words that are similar. Okay? And we'll kind of talk to see, is it already covered by the word on here, or do we need to add that word? And then the very last thing we'll do is any words that are not on there at all that we need to add. Okay? We can all pretty much agree that what word is going to be on the contract. Respect. We're going to go ahead and write that. And it's okay if you wrote that. It just means that we all really agree with that, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? Is there a group that'd like to start us off? Jasmine.
Kind, understood, reasonable, and equally.
Okay. So, we have kind, understood, understanding, equally, and reasonable. What do you mean by reasonable? How can I treat you guys reasonably?
Like stuff that we can do and not hold us high expectations. Like give us 10 words
Okay, so me giving y'all 100 verbs to conjugate in the present tense and the past tense in the next 30 minutes. It's a little unreasonable, right? Okay. So making sure that my expectations of you are reasonable. Good. Okay. Let's go over here to this group. You're going to read your entire list for us.
Respectful.
Okay.
Kind. Fair.
Okay.
Responsible. And honest.
All right. So what words do we have that you said already on here?
Respect.
Okay.
Kind.
Okay.
Fair is not on there.
Okay.
Responsible. That's on there. And honest.
It's not responsible.
Responsible's not on here. We have reasonable. Want to add responsible? And what was the last one?
Honest.
Thank you. All right. What's the difference between fair and equal? Can anyone tell me what's the difference?
Treating people.
Are they the same thing or is there a difference?
I guess it's
Fair is like depending on what it depends.
So like circumstances?
Yeah, circumstances.
Okay.
Whereas,
And equal is?
equal is that at the bottom line.
Okay. So I usually do a journal. Okay, and we have 3 little boys who are watching a baseball game. And there's a fence. And there's a tall boy, a medium boy, and a short boy. And if they were standing on the ground, only the tall boy can see over the fence. Okay? So I have 3 boxes. In the equal side, every boy gets 1 box, which means the tall boy can still see over the fence. The medium boy can now see over the fence, but the small boy still can't see over the fence. But everybody got 1 box. It's the same exact thing. On the fair side, the tall boy didn't get a box at all because he didn't need one. The medium boy just got 1 box because that's all he needed to be able to see over the fence. And then the small boy got 2 boxes. So not everybody got a box, but everybody got what they needed to be able to see over the fence. Okay? So are there times where teachers should be equal in class and times when teachers should be fair in class?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else that we needed to add? All right. Thank you. Let's do this group right here. Ephraim?
Ours was being treated was respect
Okay.
and being helpful.
Okay. So what do we have that's already on here?
Respect.
Respect.
And we had
Helpful.
like believing.
Believing in the students. Why is it important for you guys to feel like I believe in you?
so we can be like motivated.
Okay, motivation. Absolutely. Repite. Camden?
You can't repeat that, I can't.
Let's make sure we're being appropriate, okay?
Oh, it was
appropriate.
appropriate. It was
I
appropriate.
said I gotta tell him it's the hardest.
Okay. Yes, we should not have repeated that. All right. So how can I be helpful for y'all? What are things that I can do to be helpful? Rhiannon.
Like if we have a question about something, you could explain it compared to like not explaining it, I guess.
Okay, so making sure that I'm explaining things if y'all have questions. Okay. All right, Logan.
What she said, but without being cryptic about your answer.
Okay, so don't be like trying to be super secret and like I know everything and you guys don't know it yet. Are you smart enough to figure it out? Okay. Try to be succinct. Put it in ways that you're going to understand. Okay, absolutely. Ephraim, did you want to?
I was gonna say like slowing down because you know Spanish is easy to learn.
Okay, so Spanish isn't always the easiest thing to learn, so making sure that I slow down. But will I always know when I need to slow down? No. So what is your job for me? To tell me, right? And be respectful. Okay? Don't just shout out, man, you're going too fast. Okay? Miss Stewart, can you slow down just a second? Or can you go back? I didn't get that last slide.
There's somebody.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're being filmed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Okay. I'll come back.
All right. Thank you.
I just need to check with you stuff.
Okay.
When will that be? 3rd?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
What does he want?
He wanted to have a conversation with me.
Exactly.
What do I need to have a conversation with him about?
You being nice as
All right. Good luck on tryouts. All right. Connor, let's have your group go.
We said respect, fairly, be treated like adults with kindness and integrity.
All right. Some really good words up there. What do we have that's already on here?
Respect,
All right.
fair.
Okay.
We don't have to treat it like adults, but
All right. So does treated like an adult fit with one of the ones we have up here, or do we need to add that? Mature? Okay. So we can add mature. Anything else that is similar or kind?
say
We think kind is the same as, oh, it's up here. Sorry.
and integrity.
Integrity. How might that look? How can I treat y'all with integrity? What is integrity?
Integrity is like when you,
Shh, guys. Are we being good listeners if we're talking while other people are talking? No, can we try to do better? Thank you.
integrity is when like you give someone enough trust to know that they are going to do it by themselves.
Okay, so trust. Absolutely. Okay, so I trust that when I give y'all iPads, that you're not going to immediately jump on Google Translate and use the camera feature that will translate everything in front of you so that your work gets done easier. I'm trusting that you're not going to cheat by using a translator. Because what happens if you use a translator?
It could be wrong.
It could be wrong. More times out of 10, you're not going to be 100% correct.
You wouldn't know it on the test.
It may tell you the answer backwards. I would know it on the test.
I'm talking about like, if we cheat like homework or something.
Yeah, we won't know it.
Oh, you guys want, yeah, absolutely. So if you don't practice with the easy stuff, like homework, and you're using Google Translate, when it comes time to take the test, you're not going to be successful because you can't use Google Translate on a test. You don't have your iPads out for a test. Okay? All right. Anything else? All right, great job.
Respectfully, with patience, caring, loving, and understanding.
All right. So what do we have that's identical?
Respect
Okay?
and understanding.
Awesome. What do we have that's similar? Caring is kind of like what?
Kind.
Okay, kind. So do we think that caring is close enough to kind? We want to check kind, or do we think we need to add caring?
Add caring.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot more adds than check. All right. So we'll add it.
I like that.
Good affirming, Jordan. Patience. Why is it important that I am patient with y'all?
Everybody can't do that same.
Everybody can't move at the same pace? Absolutely. Okay. Something that maybe I find very easy to understand may not be easy for y'all to understand. Logan? All right, great minds. Anything else? Jayla? Awesome. My last group in the corner.
Respect, kindness, fairly, equality, maturity, and supporting.
Okay. So what do we have that's already up here?
Respect, kindness, fairly, equality, maturity, and supporting is example.
Supporting needs to be added?
Yeah.
Oh, you like helpful? Okay. Why is it important that I'm supportive of you guys? Okay. So if I'm not supportive, why would I help you? Okay. Why is it important that I help you?
So we can understand.
So you can learn. So you can understand. That's my job. Okay? That's the whole reason why I stand up here. To help you guys learn Spanish. All right. Question 2. How do you want to be treated by each other? How do you want to be treated by each other? 2 minutos. All right. Do I have a group that would like to start? Jayla's group.
You go, I like that.
All right, so the question was, how how do you want to be treated by each other? So this is students on students.
Okay, we'll support each other.
Okay?
I like that.
With respect, mindful, like a family.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh no. I just put supercalifragilisticexpialidocious because
It's an awesome word to say.
It's a very awesome word. I like that.
All
I like
right.
that. Real, there you go. That's how you do it. I like that.
Thank you, Jordan. All right, so Jayla, what do we have up here that is identical?
Respect, support.
Am I missing support?
That was
helpful as support.
Helpful, supportive? Okay.
Put it up.
We'll come back to that. Remind me, Jasmine.
Mindful.
Mindful. So is that like something up here or mindful of what?
Mindful of each other,
Like you don't know what's going on.
yeah,
in
you
their
gotta be
lives.
mindful of like the teacher and
Understand.
So could that be understanding or do we want to add mindful? Understanding? Add?
Understand.
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of understandings and a few adds.
Understanding.
Okay.
And you can put as a family.
Okay, so like a family?
Yes.
She's not writing that
we could at the bottom.
If you can give me an example of how supercalifragilisticexpialidocious would fit in the classroom,
We are awesome people and we need to understand that we can't judge each other and that means great. Supercalifragilistic is awesome.
and I agree that it is a great word, I'm just not 100% sold on how it fits on the social contract. I feel like some of the other words you said may be better, like be awesome,
Our full
full potential. Okay. We okay with full potential?
Yes.
All right, Jasmine, you said we should add what word?
Support.
Support.
I feel like helpful and support are not.
They're not exactly the same. They're different enough we need to add it?
Like you can help somebody, but mental support.
Okay, so there's lots of different types of support that may be different than types of help. We all okay with adding support? Jayla, was there any other ones? Okay. Let's have Logan's group.
We put friendly, understanding, patient, golden rule, and cooperative.
All right. So what do we have that's identical? Okay?
Patient. And that's about it, bud.
What is anything similar or we need to add?
Friendliness and cooperative.
Okay, so we have friendly and cooperative. So kind and friendly? Okay. What about cooperative?
No, we should ask.
Should add cooperative? Why is it, Connor's group, important for y'all to cooperate with each other?
I mean, if we don't get along, then how are you going to be class?
Right. If you don't get along, how are you going to be a class? How can you work in pairs and small groups? Absolutely. Were there any other ones we needed to add? Amazing.
We got like respect, being kind to each other, treat others how you want to be treated, patient.
Guys, so we're writing our list of behaviors that we agree to follow. Okay? Respect is the #1 thing on here. Are we being respectful when we're having our private conversations when another group's reading their list?
No.
No. Can we try to do better? Awesome. Okay. Ephraim, finish up your list.
Patience, positivity, and mature.
Okay. So what do we have that's identical?
Mature,
Mature, respect, kind, patience.
be like positive.
All right, so positive. Is something we already have on here close enough to positive, or do we want to add it? Add it. Positive is a good word. Positive got the thumbs up?
No, wait. Sums up.
Oh, sums up. Yes, sir. Were there any other words, Ephraim? Okay.
Sure. Humble, calmly, no judge zone,
Okay.
and no cursing.
I like those. All right, so what do we have that's identical?
Maturity.
Okay.
And, well, you got motivators up there?
We don't have motivated. We have full potential. Is that the same or
No.
add motivated?
No, it's different.
Motivated deals with what? Your attitude. Okay.
You know.
Repeat that. Always motivated. That's important.
And then calmly's on there.
Calmly. Am I missing it?
And not being nasty to each other. Like saying bad things.
Okay.
Like cursing. I remember.
So, no cursing, no bad things.
Yeah, don't say bad things to each other. Watch the language. Yeah.
Okay. So, could we kind of talk about like put downs there?
Yeah, put down. That's perfect.
Because bad language and
And just don't be like saying nasty things like things you shouldn't say in school. Like some people. Don't harass. Yeah, no harassing.
no harassing. Okay. So we want to add no harassing, or we think it's covered by something else?
No, we should add it.
Definitely no harassment.
Yes.
Write down.
Okay. So Brianna says we should add the golden rule, and we heard it from another group. Okay. All right.
Do you have a gold pen that you could write it?
I don't have a gold pen. That would be glorious, though.
Yellow.
Yeah, you got a yellow one.
But it won't show up very well. That's my only. Okay. Anything else? Keith's group. All right. Jasmine's group.
We said motivated, friendly, positive, trust, determined, and mannerism.
Okay. So what do we have that's identical?
Motivated, friendly, and positive.
Where's friendly?
Oh, we were
Kind?
we checked.
Okay.
Oh,
And positive?
Yeah.
Any ones that are different that we need to add?
trust, determined, and mannerism.
Trust, determined, and what?
Manners.
Okay. Anything else? All right. We have 2 questions left. Do we feel like we need the full 2 minutes, or can we bump it down to 1 minute each?
1 minute.
All right. The third question. How do you think I want to be treated by y'all? How do you think I want to be treated by y'all? No, Rita. Wait till we're finished, okay, Keith? Thank you, ma'am. All right. Is there a group that'd like to start this one? Abby's group again? So read your whole list. How do I want to be treated by you guys, the students?
Caring, respect, kind, mature, attentive, and positive.
Okay. So what do we have that's identical? Respect, kind, mature, positive. Thank you. So do we want to add caring? Oh, it's up top. JK. Attentive. What does it mean when you guys are attentive? You're paying attention. What's the most important thing about paying attention? Listening. All right. I like listening. Can we add that? Yes. All right. Let's add listen. It is a good one. Oh, yeah. We've got space there. Good call, Chanel. All right. Any other ones?
With dignity.
Dignity. Now, is that covered by something else up here, or we want to add dignity? We should add dignity? Okay, so someone says dignity and respect are the same thing. What's crackers have to do with the class? All right, fair enough. Anything else from your group?
We're good.
All right, Jeff, thank you. All right, is Jasmine y'all spokesperson?
I'll do it.
Perfect.
Okay, we put down great
Okay.
and like a star.
All right. So, in what way can y'all treat me like a star? What does that look like in the classroom?
Like you.
With honor, okay? All eyes on me. So kind of listening, paying attention.
Having fun with you.
Having fun. That's important, right? Nobody wants to be bored. Okay? I don't want anyone to bow down to me unless it's to the game goddess, and then we can talk about that later. All right? So, like a star, when I spend a lot of time making lessons, coming up with what hopefully are some fun, exciting activities, okay? Am I always going to win with that?
No.
No, there's going to be times where my lesson falls flat and you guys cannot stand the activity that I was so excited for, okay? So how might you handle a situation like that? I have a lesson, I think it's awesome, I'm super excited, and then you guys do the lesson and you're kind of like, wah, wah, wah.
Regardless, we should.
Play along, maybe, okay? But what happened? Do the lesson, absolutely, thank you. But what happens if it's really not that good of a lesson, guys? How am I going to know to make it? You got to tell me, right? Honesty, absolutely. Do we have honesty up here?
Honest.
Am I missing it? There. All right. All right. So you guys need to be honest with me. And I like what Dakota said. Dakota said, just do it. Okay? Yeah, it may not be the most exciting lesson. It may be the last thing that you really want to be doing. Gracias. But it's got to get done, right? All right. Now, if everybody does the lesson, okay, is everybody going to do the lesson the same exact way? No. Why might how Dakota does the lesson be different than how Jasmine does the lesson or Connor does the lesson? What were you saying, Kat?
I was just kidding.
Some people have different methods of doing the lesson.
Okay, so maybe you've got different ways of going about completing the lesson. Okay. Is everybody expected to do the lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
110% yes. Everyone is going to be expected to do the work that I give you. Okay?
What about if we don't understand it?
If you don't understand it, what can you do?
You ask me.
You can ask me for help. Okay? Let's say that your little brother was up all night screaming because he is sick, not feeling well, and nobody in your house got any sleep. It's not an excuse, but what can you do to kind of help me out? Tell me about it. Again, going back to that being honest so that I can be understanding. Don't take it out on me, and I will try not to take out my bad days on y'all.
Offer to come in during class at a different time.
Okay, so maybe come in. I have third period planning, so you guys can come in anytime during your lunch. Maybe get a little bit more one-on-one. Okay? But what happens if you went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night, you got the best sleep of your life, you got a sassy new outfit, you're super excited for this day, and you come bouncing into class looking all great, all right? Yeah, that's a great day, right? But it's a little different from your day yesterday where you came in exhausted because your little brother kept you up all day, all night. You're still expected to do the work, but is the amount of work that you're going to be able to do going to be the same?
No.
No. What's different?
We're gonna do more.
You're going to probably be able to do a little bit more. All right? So, what is it called when you attempt to do something and work to get it completed? Trying. Okay? Try can also be called effort. So, is your effort going to look the same every day? No. So, you come in and Keith tells me, you know, baby brother was up all last night. I didn't get any sleep. And I may tell him, Keith, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe once you finish your assignment for today, go ahead and put your head down. Okay? You can relax a little bit. And I'll try not to call on you today because I know your focus isn't 100% there. Okay? And he'll probably appreciate that, right? All right. And then Jasmine, who had the best sleep of her night, okay, slept like a princess, woke up, feels awesome, ready to go. Maybe she's like, Miss Stewart, I'm having an amazing day. And I'll be like, awesome, glad to hear it. I hope it continues to be great. And, maybe I'll give her a little chance to be called on in class today because she is like on top of it, ready to go. Okay? So effort's going to look different from one day to the next, but it's always important to give effort, right?
Of course.
Okay? So do you think we can write effort on here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
That is a good one.
Thank you. I have a few every now and then. All right, Kat, was there anything else for your group?
No.
Awesome.
Respect, full potential, caring, manners, responsible, listening, and paying attention.
Okay, so what do we have that's identical?
Respect,
All right.
full potential,
Okay.
caring,
Thank you.
manners, in the middle,
Thank you.
responsible,
Okay.
listening,
Okay.
That was reasonable.
Oh, my bad.
and paying attention.
Thank you. I need to pay more attention to words. All right, so we still don't have pay attention up here. Do we want to add it?
Of course.
Attentive?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good word.
Well,
We did, but the last time we agreed that it might be better to put listening. But we've said it a couple more times, so we'll go ahead and add attentive now. That's fine. All right, anything else, Keith? Awesome job. Ephraim, your turn.
We got manners, understanding, attentive and honest.
Okay, so what do we have that's identical?
I guess. With manners,
Okay. Attentive. Understanding. Honest. Why is it important for students to be honest with me?
Because you might need you one day.
You might need me one day, absolutely. And if you lie to me, then we've lost that trust.
trust issue.
Okay. I may never know what's really wrong.
Can help us out.
To help you out, I can't help you if I don't know the truth. If I don't really know what's going on, I can't help that. There's no way for me to really be helpful for you. Good. Anything else, Ephraim? All right, great job.
We put respect, positive, mature, and inclusive.
Okay, so what do we have that's identical?
Respect,
Okay?
positive,
Okay?
mature,
And attentive? All right. Why is it important for you guys as high school students to be mature?
because we learn a lot more now.
Right. Because you guys are a lot closer to being real adults. Okay? I know. All right? I wish I could tell you differently, but life doesn't get easier, guys. It only gets harder. All right? And so the things that we do in class hopefully are preparing you to be better adults.
That's why you just gotta keep swimming.
Hey, just keep swimming. That's right, Jordan.
Gotta keep going to the end.
Just keep going to the end. Don't lose sight of the finish line. All right. Connor, was there anything else we need to add? All right, Jayla, your group has not done this one yet, correct? All right, go ahead.
Respect, manners, the golden rule, cooperate, and treat you like an adult.
Awesome. So what do we have that's identical?
Respect, manners, cooperate, and golden rule.
All right. Anything that's similar or that we need to add?
I want to treat you like an adult.
Okay, like an adult. All right. Is there one up here that kind of goes with that? Mature. Why is it important that I treat y'all like adults?
To get ready.
Because you're about to be there. You need to be ready. Okay, it's not like in kindergarten. I'm not going to go and safety pin your homework to the back of your shirt so that when you get off the bus, mom and dad can take it off and make sure that you complete it. If you don't do your homework, then you didn't do your homework. And you're going to have to accept the consequences of that decision. Right? Okay? Good. Anything else, Jayla? All right, last question. Probably the most important question. Stay with me, guys. We're almost done. How do we want to treat each other when there's conflict? Conflict doesn't necessarily mean a physical altercation, but it means disagreeing. So how do we want to treat each other when we disagree? Marcus, stay with me, guapo. Un minuto. 1 minute, guys. All right, guys. We're almost done. Oh, okay. Is there a group that wants to start? Logan, your hand. Shut up. Tell me, guapo. Okay, let's be good listeners.
Calm and civilized.
Calm and civilized. So what do we have that's identical? Calm. Am I missing it? We don't have calm. We want to add it?
Yeah.
Why is it important that we're civilized with each other when we have conflict?
Because we don't want things to get out of control.
Right. We don't want it to get out of control. It's not okay to have a disagreement, all of a sudden just swing at someone and punch them in the face. Right, we don't want things to get out of hand. All right? So is civilized covered by something on here or some things on the board? Or do we want to add civilized? Add it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Awesome. E from your group.
Kind, positive, no put downs, and what was I going to say? And equal.
Equal. All right, so what do we have that's identical?
Equal, kind, positive, no put downs.
Awesome. Why is it important that we don't put each other down when we're having conflict? Right. We don't want them to feel bad. It can escalate the situation. It could turn into an even bigger thing. Absolutely. Nobody likes a bully. Absolutely. All right, was there anything else? Awesome job. Keith, your group, Wubble.
No fighting.
Okay.
Talk it out.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So we don't have no fighting or talk it out on here. Is there words that fit those, or do we want to add them? Okay, civilized. So that's kind of no fighting. What about talk it out? I mean, to me, listening and having understanding. We agree?
Yes.
Reasonable. That's another good one. All right. Anything else to add, Keith? All right. Jasmine.
Open-minded, problem-solving,
Chase.
and patient.
Open-minded, problem-solving, and patience. So we have patience. All right. So we don't have open-minded or problem-solving. Are there words that kind of go along with that idea, or do we want to add them?
I guess understanding could be open-minded.
I would agree, yeah. Being able to look at the argument from both sides, having
Problem-solving,
Maybe-
civilized, but
maybe cooperate too, or do we want to add problem-solving?
if you're using this question.
Add it. All right, Jeff, your group.
Understanding, reasonable, calm, no put downs and positive.
Okay, so what do we have that's identical?
Understanding.
Okay?
Calm, no put downs,
Okay?
and positive.
All right.
And is reasonable on there?
Yes. Why is it important for us to be reasonable when there's conflict? Can be your whole group.
It's important because you don't want to like make it worse. You want to solve the problem.
Okay, right. So, you know, the whole conflict resolution, attack the problem, not the person kind of thing. Like, you want to make sure that you resolve it. Okay, good. All right, Jayla.
Talk it out, accountable, fair, calm, and no put down.
All right, so what do we have that's identical?
Fair.
fair, calm,
no put down,
no put downs,
and talk it out.
talk it out, listen,
And then put
accountable. What does that mean? How can you be accountable?
Accountable, being held responsible for your actions.
Okay, absolutely. And that's important, right? Because in conflict, there's not necessarily always a right or a wrong. Okay? Sometimes you can both be right, but have differing opinions. Okay? So do we want to add accountable, or do we think it's covered by something up here?
It's covered by responsible.
Responsible? All right. Anything else? All right. Did every group get a chance to go for this question? Okay. Looking at the board, at our list of behaviors that we have agreed that we would like to see in our classroom, is there anybody in here who looks at this list and says, there is not a chance in heck that I can agree to try these behaviors? Okay. So everybody is willing to try to follow these behaviors in class this semester.
We won't try, we will do.
I appreciate that positivity. Awesome job.
We try.
All right. So, are we always going to be successful?
No.
No. But it's our job as classmates and as teachers to help support each other and make sure that we do better. So, if anybody in class is not following the contract, it's our responsibility to remind them of what we agreed to follow and to help them do better. Okay? So what we're going to do is group by group, we're going to have y'all come up and you're going to put your initials anywhere in the white space. Okay? So let's start with Keith's group over here. Once you've signed, then you can go ahead and go back to your assigned seat. The papers that you wrote on can go in the recycle bin. Please make sure that the desks get put back. Yeah, use those markers. That's fine.
Yeah. I have a question.